For those who I am meeting today for the first time, my name is Blanca Beyar. I started out as a counselor and a healer, and I had no idea what was in store. After losing my daughter and the events of 9/11, I just knew that I had a calling to come out into the masses and to help others to heal. Most of the time, it's been my observation that it usually starts this intuitive calling that becomes many other things, usually after a very challenging, traumatizing event. I wanted to help people and I wanted them to heal, and during the time that I was actively trying to create a practice, I began to notice that I was very sensitive to people. I actually started to experience a little bit of anxiety. And whenever I was around certain people, I would feel very hot. I'd feel almost like my blood pressure was rising, and I would feel very anxious. I would feel, palpitations and say like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And this would happen very randomly, And then while I was developing the practice, I should say from the very beginning, whenever I was applying healing to an individual, I would be able to see things and hear things and feel things about the individual. And in the beginning, I tried to ignore it. I'm not quite sure of how to convey this message. I like to say that we all are intuitive. And so when we hear the word intuition, and when we hear psychic or empath, we say, oh my God, that person's so they're gifted. Well, are they gifted? It is a gift, but it's really an attribute that we all possess. All of you have experienced intuition at one point or another, yes? Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes.
Right. And the difference between someone who's an empath, I shouldn't say that, intuitive professionally, and you or anyone else, is that they don't work that muscle, or they don't recognize it, and more importantly, they don't honor it. They say, oh, it was just a coincidence. Oh, it was just chance. And one of the greatest tools that we can use to harness our intuition is to honor it, to pay attention, and to acknowledge it. In other words, when you have something happen, it doesn't mean that you have to call everybody. You have to acknowledge it to yourself. And I think that that's one of the greatest challenges that we have with intuition, acknowledging that this is real.